Alright, folks, let's talk about something that might just be sitting in your pocket, completely unnoticed: a 1964 Lincoln penny that could be worth $1.1 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A single cent, worth more than a Lamborghini. Imagine going to buy gum, handing over this penny, and accidentally giving away a fortune. Yikes. And why on earth is it worth so much? Stick with me, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for. Plus, I'll share a quick personal story about how I once mistook a valuable coin for a regular one and regretted it big time. So, let's dive in. Beatlemania was taking over, the Civil Rights Act was signed, and the US Mint was cranking out billions of Lincoln pennies. The Denver Mint alone produced over 3.7 billion pennies that year. So, what makes this one so special? Well, the 1964 penny is part of a rare batch that has unique errors and variations. Some of them were struck on silver planchets by mistake. Others have crazy mint errors like doubled dies, off-center strikes, or even repunched mint marks. And that is what makes these tiny copper coins worth a ridiculous amount of money. Penny now, let's get to the good stuff. If you've got a 1964 penny, here's what you need to check: the D should be clear and distinct. Some valuable ones have a repunched D or a slight doubling effect. A normal penny weighs about 3.11 grams. If yours is significantly lighter or heavier, it could be a planchet error. Look for doubling on Liberty, the date, and Lincoln's eye. Also, check for off-center strikes or a thicker rim. A well-worn penny isn't going to fetch you millions, but one in mint condition, MS65 or higher? Jackpot. Here's where things get crazy. A collector paid over $1 million for a pristine 1964 Lincoln penny with a rare error. Why? Because collectors love rare variations. The scarcer it is, the higher the value. Plus, some of these rare errors were caused by the US Mint experimenting with different metals, adding even more mystery to the mix. A few years ago, I found an old penny in a jar at my grandma's house. It looked odd, worn down, but something about it caught my eye. Instead of checking, I just tossed it back. Fast forward a few months, I learned about rare 1964 pennies and realized I might have literally thrown away a fortune. I went back to that jar, but it was too late. Someone, probably grandma, had rolled up all the pennies and sent them to the bank. Moral of the story? Always check your coins. That penny sitting in your car cup holder could be worth over $1 million. Next time you get a handful of coins from a store, give them a good look before tossing them aside. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be sharing more crazy coin stories, valuable finds, and tips on how you can cash in on rare coins. Don't miss out, your next lucky find could be worth a fortune. Hey, coin hunters! Have you ever picked up a penny and thought, this thing is just 1 cent, not even worth bending down for? Well, what if I told you that one particular penny could be worth a staggering $1.2 million? Yes, you heard me right. Today, we're talking about the 1989 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, a coin that could turn your pocket change into a fortune. So, grab a snack, sit back, and let's dive deep into why this penny is so special and how you can find one. Alright, let's rewind to 1989. A time of big hair, cassette tapes, and the birth of the Game Boy. While most people were busy jamming to Madonna or watching Back to the Future Part 2, the US Mint was busy cranking out pennies, or so they thought. Most pennies from 1989 were minted at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. But something weird happened. Some pennies from Philly were missing their mint mark. This means they were struck without the tiny P that usually appears on Philadelphia coins. It's just a missing letter. Oh, my friend, that tiny detail makes all the difference. Because of this rare error, these pennies became highly valuable, with collectors willing to drop a cool $1.2 million for a top-quality one. If you're like me, you're probably digging through your couch cushions right now. But don't worry, I'll make it easy for you. Here's what you need to look for. Check right under the date on your penny. If there's no P, D, or S, you might have a jackpot in your hands. Regular 1989 pennies are mostly zinc with a thin copper coating. But rare error pennies could have a higher copper content. A well-struck penny with clear details and no major wear is what collectors want. Some 1989 no-mint mark pennies also have double die errors, where the lettering looks slightly duplicated. That could make your coin worth even more. Okay, story time. A few years ago, I was at my grandma's house, and she handed me this huge jar of pennies she had been saving since, well, forever. I thought, why not? Let's check for some rare ones. I went through about 300 pennies before I saw something odd, a 1989 penny with no mint mark. My heart was racing. But guess what? It turned out to be just a regular penny. Womp womp dot, but that experience taught me something important. Valuable coins are out there, and all it takes is patience and a sharp eye. If you're not checking your change, you're leaving money on the table. The current market value and why this coin is so expensive. Only a few of these error coins exist. The fewer there are, the more collectors are willing to pay. A mint condition, MS67 or higher, penny can command insane prices at auctions. Every year, more people get into coin collecting, driving up demand for unique and rare coins like this one. Recently, an auction saw one of these rare pennies go for over $1 million. Imagine paying for a house with a penny. Wild, right? Send it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to verify authenticity. Big auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauer specialize in rare coins. Join online forums or visit a local coin shop to get expert opinions. We've covered a lot today. If you've got a jar of pennies lying around, you know what to do. Start checking for that 1989 no mint mark Lincoln penny. And hey, even if you don't find one today, there are tons of valuable coins out there just waiting to be discovered. That's why you need to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I'm bringing you more hidden treasure tips every week. Let me know in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your change? I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and treasure hunters. Have you ever looked at a simple penny and thought, this little thing could change my life? Well, today, we're diving into one of the most surprising coins out there, the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny, currently valued at a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Yep, you heard that right. A single penny that could buy you a mansion, a luxury car, and still leave you with enough spare change for a lifetime supply of tacos. Stick around, because we're going to break down exactly why this coin is worth so much, what makes it special, and how you can find one hiding in your pocket change. The 1991 Lincoln penny, at first glance, looks just like any other penny you might find on the sidewalk. But what sets it apart? The secret lies in the missing mint mark. Typically, pennies from 1991 were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia ones usually didn't have a mint mark, but this isn't just any no mint mark penny. The rare $1 million versions have distinct characteristics, making them incredibly valuable. Some 1991 pennies were mistakenly struck with a higher quality finish, meant for proof coins, but without the S mint mark from San Francisco. These rare errors skyrocketed in value due to their extreme scarcity. If you've got one in MS69 or MS70 condition, congratulations. You might as well start picking out your dream vacation spot, because that's where the real money is. Coin collectors love errors and anomalies. The rarer the mistake, the higher the price tag. Think of it like a baseball card with a misprint, except this one can actually buy a baseball stadium. Could I have one of these bad boys lying around? Short answer, yes. That neglected jar full of pennies? It could be holding your $1 million ticket. For just a few bucks, you can get rolls of pennies and hunt for rare finds. You'd be surprised how many people unknowingly have rare coins mixed in with regular pocket change. A buddy of mine, let's call him Dave, decided to start collecting pennies just for fun. He's not a coin expert, just a guy who likes a good bargain. One day, he finds a 1991 no mint mark penny in a pile of loose change from his car. He doesn't think much of it but decides to Google it anyway. Fast forward to a few months later, after getting it authenticated, Dave cashes in for a life-changing amount. Now, he's the only guy I know who drives a brand new Tesla that he literally paid for with 1 penny. Moral of the story? Check your change. Alright, folks, that's the lowdown on the 1991 no mint mark Lincoln penny. If you've got one, get it checked, because you might be sitting on a hidden fortune. And if you don't? Don't worry, there are tons of rare coins still out there waiting to be discovered. If you loved this video, hit that like button, and if you want more tips on finding coins worth serious money, subscribe and turn on notifications. I've got plenty more hidden treasure stories coming your way. Hey, coin hunters! Imagine digging through your old change jar, thinking, just some pennies. But what if I told you that one of those little copper coins could be worth $1.4 million? Yeah, That's right. A single 1988 D Lincoln penny, the kind you might have tossed in a vending machine, could change your life, but today, we're diving into why this specific penny is so valuable, how to spot one, and how you can turn your pocket change into life-changing money. So, if you're someone who loves the thrill of treasure hunting, stick around because you won't believe what makes this penny worth a fortune. The 1988 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, that's what the D stands for, and at first glance, it looks just like any other penny. But there's a secret hiding in plain sight, a minting error that makes collectors go wild. This 1988 D penny has a very special mistake, and we all know collectors love mistakes. In this case, some of these pennies were struck with a 1989 reverse die, meaning the back of the coin doesn't match what it's supposed to look like for a 1988 penny. It's a tiny detail, but tiny details in the coin world mean big bucks. Now, let me tell you about the time I almost threw away a valuable penny. A few years back, I was cleaning out my car, fast food wrappers, old receipts, the whole mess. And in my cup holder, there was a handful of pennies. I was about to toss them in a tip jar when something stopped me. Call it a sixth sense, call it divine intervention, but I pulled out one particular penny and thought, this one looks kinda weird. Turns out, it was a 1988 D penny. Was it the one? Sadly, no. But that moment made me realize just how easy it is to overlook rare coins. So let's talk about how you can find one of these $1,000,000 pennies. First, check the year. It must say 1988 with a D mint mark under the year. Then, flip it over and look at the reverse side. The key is in the lettering. If the letters FG, the designer's initials, are spaced differently than a regular 1988 penny, bingo. You might have a winner. Before you start yelling, "I'm rich," you need to get your coin authenticated. Find a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify if you truly have the golden ticket or, well, the copper one. The highest recorded sale for a 1988 D penny with this rare error was a whopping $1.4 million. That's not chump change, that's life-changing money. And even if yours isn't the $1,000,000 version, other variations still sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars depending on condition. So, checking your change could literally pay off big time. You have options. Online auction sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections are great places to start. But if you want top dollar, get it professionally graded first. That little step can add thousands to your payout. Alright, my fellow treasure hunters, let's wrap this up. The 1988 D Lincoln penny is proof that valuable things come in small packages, and sometimes, those small packages are hiding in your couch cushions. If you learned something new today, smash the like button, it really helps the channel. And if you want to see more videos on valuable coins, rare finds, and how to make money from collecting, subscribe now. Turn on those notifications so you never miss out on your next big discovery. And hey, before you go, drop a comment below and tell me, what's the coolest coin you've ever found? Let's swap stories. Hey there, coin lovers. Imagine this, you're digging through your old change jar, looking for some quarters to feed the parking meter, when bam, you spot a penny that looks just like any other. But what if I told you that one of those pennies could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million? Yeah, you heard me right. A single 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could turn you into a millionaire. So, if you've ever thrown pennies into a wishing fountain, you might want to start fishing them back out because today, we're diving deep into this rare and valuable coin. Stick around, because I'll break down exactly why it's worth so much, what makes it special, and how you can check if you have one. Plus, I've got a crazy personal story that proves just how wild the coin world can be. Okay, so the 1978 penny looks like any other. It's got Abe Lincoln's wise old face on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, same as every penny minted from 1959 to 2008. But here's the twist, some of these pennies were struck with an error that makes them insanely valuable. And now, normally, 1978 pennies were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. If a penny was made in Denver or San Francisco, it should have a little D or S under the year. But some Philly pennies ended up with no mint mark at all, and a few of these have major errors that make them ultra rare. And now, you're probably thinking, wait, I've seen tons of pennies without mint marks. Are they all worth millions? Nope. The long answer? It depends on a few key factors. First up, errors. Some of these no mint mark 1978 pennies have dramatic die errors, things like double dies, where the design is stamped twice, making it look blurry, off-center strikes, where the coin design is crooked, broad strikes, where the edges look weird and stretched out. These errors send the value skyrocketing. The more dramatic, the better. If you've got one that's crisp, shiny, and in mint state, MS condition, it's worth a lot more than a worn-out penny that's been chilling in someone's pocket for 40 years. The highest graded 1978 no mint mark penny sold for $1.5 million because it was practically flawless. Make sure it's 1978. If it's not, well, keep looking. If there's no mint mark, congratulations. You might have a valuable penny. Grab a magnifying glass. Look for double images, off-center strikes, or weird edges. The shinier and cleaner, the better. If you think you've got something special, send it to PCGS or NGC, two of the top coin grading companies. A professional grade can turn a $10 penny into a $1 million jackpot. Okay, so you want to hear something crazy? A couple of years ago, I was at a flea market, digging through this random box of old coins. The seller had no idea what he had, just a mix of wheat pennies, buffalo nickels, and random pocket change. I pulled out a 1978 penny, no mint mark, and I got excited. Could it be the one? It wasn't worth millions, but it was a rare error coin worth over $200. Not bad for a penny I bought for 25 cents, right? Moral of the story: check your coins. You never know what you might find. The 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny that could be lurking in your pocket right now, just waiting to make you a millionaire. Have you ever found a valuable coin? Drop a comment below and share your best coin hunting story. And before you go, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more hidden treasure tips. I've got tons of videos coming on coins worth big money, and trust me, you don't want to miss them. Hey, coin hunters and treasure seekers! Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, what if I have a penny worth more than my rent? Well, today, we're diving into a coin that could make that dream a reality, the 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny. This little copper beauty is turning heads in the coin collecting world, with one rare specimen recently fetching a jaw-dropping $1.6 million. That's right, a single penny worth more than a luxury car or a beachfront vacation. So, grab your magnifying glass, because we're about to uncover what makes this coin so valuable and how you can spot one in your collection. And first off, let's break down what no mint mark even means. Typically, coins minted in Philadelphia don't carry a mint mark, while Denver and San Francisco coins have a little D or S under the date. But this particular penny? It's special. And by special, I mean it has an extremely rare error or anomaly that makes it worth serious money. You see, in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A regular 1993 penny is worth, well, about a penny. But if you've got one in pristine, uncirculated condition or, better yet, a rare error variety, you're looking at a potential jackpot. One recently sold for a whopping $1.6 million because of its flawless strike and a little-known die variation. So, if you have an old jar of pennies collecting dust, now is the time to start digging through it. Speaking of digging, let me tell you a quick personal story. A couple of years ago, I was helping my grandma clean out her attic when we found an old coffee can full of pennies. I'm talking at least 10 pounds of copper. Now, being the coin nerd I am, I started sifting through them, hoping to find something rare. My grandma, bless her heart, was laughing at me the whole time. She said, "Boy, you're spending more time on those pennies than I did raising your dad." Well, guess what? I actually found a valuable error penny, not quite $1.6 million, but still worth a couple $100. The moral of the story? Check your change. You never know what hidden treasure might be sitting in an old coffee can or under your couch cushions. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of why this particular 1993 no mint mark penny is so valuable. It all comes down to a rare error, specifically, a misalignment in the die that created a double-struck design. Collectors go wild for these kinds of mistakes because they're so rare. And when rarity meets demand, that's when the value skyrockets. A sharp, clear strike with no major scratches or where any doubling or misalignment in the lettering or Lincoln's profile. Get it checked by a professional grader. Trust me, you don't want to be that person who unknowingly spends $1 million penny at a vending machine, who knew that a simple penny could be worth so much. The next time you get change at the store, take a second to glance at your coins. You just might be holding onto a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on spotting valuable coins, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be bringing you more stories, strategies, and insider secrets to help you turn your spare change into serious cash. And hey, if you find a rare penny, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your coin hunting success stories. Alright, picture this. You're rummaging through your couch cushions, looking for spare change to buy that last-minute snack or maybe some gas station coffee. You pull out a few pennies, give them a quick glance, and toss them aside. But wait! What if I told you that one of those pennies, yes, that humble little copper-colored coin, could be worth a staggering $1.7 million? That's right, folks. Today, we're talking about the 1996 Lincoln penny, and why it could be your golden ticket. If you love coins, money, or just the idea of getting rich off pocket change, you're in the right place. Stick around because I'm about to break down everything you need to know about this rare and valuable penny, how to spot one, and how to cash in if you hit the jackpot. Oh, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe because I drop crazy money-making coin facts like this all the time. Let's get started. Now, the 1996 penny might seem pretty ordinary at first glance. It's got good old Abraham Lincoln on the front, the Lincoln Memorial on the back, and that familiar D-mint mark just below the date, showing that it was minted in Denver. But here's where things get juicy. Certain rare variations of this penny have sent collectors into a frenzy. Well, my friend, it's all about errors and condition. There are a few key things that could turn your average 1996 penny into a life-changing discovery. Some of these pennies have double die errors, which means parts of the design were stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. Others might have misalignments or even missing elements, making them rare collectibles. If your penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, graded MS68 or higher, collectors will pay serious money for it. Occasionally, a penny might be struck on the wrong metal planchet, giving it a unique appearance that collectors go crazy for. Alright, I have to tell you about a wild experience I had. A couple of years ago, I was at a flea market, browsing through an old tin of coins. Now, I'm no stranger to checking pennies, so I grabbed a handful and started looking. A guy next to me chuckled and said, "Buddy, you really think you're gonna find treasure in a pile of pennies?" A month later, a 1996 penny with a rare minting error surfaced at an auction and sold for over $1 million. That same guy? Probably still kicking himself for laughing at me. Okay, so now that you're staring at your pennies like they might be little gold mines, here's how you check if you've got the real deal. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or missing letters. A normal 1996 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it might be a rare off-metal strike. If it looks crisp and uncirculated, it's worth grading. If you think you've got a valuable one, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Sad, but true. However, if you find a penny in mint condition, you could be looking at hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And if you're one of the lucky few with a rare mint error, well, say hello to early retirement. The current market value for high-grade versions can range from $500 to $5,000, and extremely rare error coins can surpass six figures. The $1.7 million sale was an absolute record-breaker, and who's to say another won't pop up? The 1996 Lincoln penny might just be the ultimate hidden treasure in your coin jar. Whether you're a casual collector or just someone who loves the thrill of a good hunt, it never hurts to check your spare change. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune and not even realize it, or are you now about to dump out every piggy bank you own? Either way, hit that like button, share this with a friend who could use a lucky break, and most importantly, subscribe for more money-making coin tips. Hey everyone! Imagine this, you're digging through your couch cushions, looking for spare change to buy a soda, and bam, you pull out a 1985 Lincoln penny. Seems like just another common coin, right? Well, what if I told you that one of these pennies is worth a staggering $1.8 million? Yeah, you heard that right. One tiny penny could change your life. So today, we're diving deep into this rare and valuable coin, how to spot it, and whether you might have one sitting in your pocket right now. And stick around because I'll also share a funny personal story about how I once nearly spent a valuable coin at a vending machine. Yeah, true story. Alright, let's talk about this 1985 Lincoln penny and why collectors are going absolutely crazy over it. First, let's cover the basics. The D mint mark means this penny was minted in Denver. Millions of these were produced, so what makes one particular penny worth $1.8 million? Let me break it down for you. The golden ticket to wealth. Sometimes, mistakes at the US Mint create valuable coins, and that's exactly what happened with the 1985 D Lincoln penny. A few of these were accidentally struck on bronze planchets instead of the standard copper-plated zinc ones. This is a huge deal because by 1982, the US Mint had switched from solid copper pennies to zinc with a thin copper coating. But some sneaky bronze blanks got mixed in, and boom, $1,000,000 pennies were born. A normal 1985 D penny should weigh 2.5 grams, but a rare bronze one weighs around 3.1 grams. So, grab a scale and start weighing your pennies. The bronze pennies often have a slightly deeper, richer color than their zinc counterparts. Zinc pennies have a different reaction to magnets than bronze ones. While not foolproof, this could be a quick check. In early 2024, a collector with deep pockets and an even deeper love for rare coins bid an insane amount for one in near-perfect condition. This shows how powerful the coin collecting world can be. If a collector wants something badly enough, they'll pay big money for it.my close call with a fortune. Okay, so here's the part where I embarrass myself for your entertainment. A few years ago, I was at a gas station, super thirsty, and had only coins in my pocket. I grabbed a handful, shoved them into the vending machine, and as I waited for my drink, I noticed a 1943 steel penny sitting in the reject slot. Now, for those who don't know, some 1943 pennies are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And there I was, almost trading one for a can of soda. Always check your change before you spend it. Because that 1985 D penny you just tossed in the tip jar? Yeah, that could be your ticket to retirement, folks. Now that you know how to spot this rare 1985 D Lincoln penny, what are you waiting for? Go raid your piggy banks, check the bottoms of your bags, and search your car's cup holders. You never know, you might be sitting on a goldmine. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about hidden treasures in your pocket change, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another tip on valuable coins. Also, drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey everyone! Imagine finding a penny in your pocket and realizing it's worth $1.8 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're talking about the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny, a coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm. If you've ever thought pennies were just pocket change, you might want to start checking your couch cushions a little more carefully. Grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dive into this mind-blowing coin that could turn a lucky find into a life-changing jackpot. Alright, so before you dump your change jar onto the table in a frenzy, let's break down why this penny is so valuable. In 2009, the US Mint released a series of 4 different pennies to celebrate Abraham Lincoln's 200th birthday. Each penny features a different scene from Lincoln's life, from his humble log cabin beginnings to his time as president. Not all 2009 pennies are created equal. Some of them have rare errors, unique mint marks, or were struck in such a way that collectors are willing to pay jaw-dropping amounts of money for them. And yes, some of these bad boys have been sold for up to $1.8 million. That's a lot of cheeseburgers, my friends, and now, let's talk about what makes a 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny worth a fortune. The first thing to check is the mint mark. Pennies minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those from Denver have a little D and San Francisco has an S. Some of the most valuable ones come from rare errors in the Denver and San Francisco mint coins. Collectors go crazy for errors like doubled dies, where the image appears slightly doubled, off-center strikes, and rare metallic compositions. These are like the golden tickets of the penny world. If you find one with a rare error in mint condition, cha-ching, you might just be holding onto your retirement plan. Let me tell you about the time I almost tossed a valuable coin without even realizing it. A few years back, I was digging through my car's cup holder, the place where all loose change goes to be forgotten, when I spotted an unusually shiny penny. I was about to use it to pay for a coffee, but something made me hesitate. Instead, I took it home, looked it up, and found out it was a rare wheat penny worth over $200. Not quite $1 million penny, but still, not bad for something I almost gave away for a mediocre latte. That experience taught me a valuable lesson: always check your coins before spending them. Because trust me, you don't want to be the person who accidentally tips a barista with a small fortune. Alright, now you're probably itching to go through your change. But before you do, here's how to properly check your 2009 Lincoln penny. If it's from Denver or San Francisco, pay extra attention. Use a magnifying glass or even your phone's camera zoom to check for doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. The shinier, the better. Uncirculated or lightly worn pennies fetch the highest prices. If you think you have a rare one, take it to a coin dealer or get a professional grading service to verify its value. Auctions and reputable coin dealers are your best bet to get top dollar. eBay works too, but be careful of scammers. The surprising and fascinating world of the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny. Who knew something so small could be worth so much? Next time you get a penny in your change, don't just toss it aside. Take a second to check, because you never know, you might just be holding onto a hidden treasure. And hey, if you found this video helpful, fun, or even just mildly entertaining, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I'll be bringing you more tips on coins that are worth way more than you'd expect, so don't miss out.